You're about to throw money at meat that pays you back with bloat, cravings, and buyer's remorse. The worst part? The label looks honest.
You see something in the middle of these steaks that looks completely different than the meat around it. Your eye will never lie. If something looks off, it's probably not gonna taste great.
Today we're exposing the invisible cost of 5 bargain meats engineered with fillers and salt to feel like a deal. Let's start with the 3 red flag additives that turn a cheap pack into a long-term expense.
How long through this process can you make a piece of meat continue to look bright red?
To look red.
Consumer can't believe their eyes.
Because the consumer can't tell to look at the product that this is 2 weeks old or 3 weeks old. They have to look at the sell-by date on the package. Long time. Long time.
2 days, 3 days.
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Then we'll swap in 10 budget-friendly cuts you can eat daily with a clean conscience. Keep watching and you'll never fall for a staged, natural, badge or a shrink-wrapped sodium bomb again.
So this is actually silver skin. So this is a sinew that sits in between muscles. No matter how much you chew it, no matter how much you cook it, it will never ever break down.
First thing to take notice of is the coloring.
If anything looks pale, it's probably going to be lacking in flavor and lacking in nutrients.
Quick favor before we move on. If you appreciate this content, consider giving this video a like and subscribing to the channel. Believe it or not, more than 92% of viewers haven't subscribed yet. It's free and only takes a second, but it means the world to us. So did you subscribe already? Great, thank you so much for your support. Now back to the video.
If the entire surface is discolored, that's not what you want at all. That could just be from contact of meat on meat, or just what happens when the meat reacts to the air.
The label says natural and smoked, but your water bill goes up after you eat it. You're not crazy. You're paying for brine, not meat. Let's start with the 3 red flags that turn a deal into a drain: sodium nitrite or nitrate, sodium phosphates, and carrageenan or other meat binders. These are the quiet add-ons that pad weight, fake texture, and keep limp cuts looking fresh long after they should. The package plays clean. Green leaves, rustic wood smoke, a tidy claim like no added hormones. But the ingredient line tells the truth. If it reads like a science kit, you're buying chemistry, not lunch.
It's this tool right here. It is a tenderizer. So what is happening is the butcher is expelling needles into the cut to make it more tender. If you look closely, you can see little puncture wounds all over the eye of the pork chop.
Yeah, there's little holes, right? They're everywhere.
Exactly. And if you think about puncturing holes all in it, you're releasing more of those juices and the meat's going to spoil fast.
Red flag number 1, sodium nitrite and nitrate. These fix color and stretch shelf life in hot dogs, bologna, and shaved meats. They keep pink meat pink, even when the base is scraps and trimmings. That uniform blush isn't freshness. It's chemistry training wheels. You slice into a dog that looks neon and stays that way from day 1 to day 10. That's the point. Here's the part that should slow you down. Processed meats with added nitrites land in a risk category that signals caution for your long game.
Looks bright red and juicy, but this piece of meat is not safe to eat.
When you buy meat at the grocery store, you look for steak that's bright red because it looks the freshest. But many supermarkets use a special gas in packages that keeps the meat looking fresh for much longer.
Believe it or not, it's been sitting out for 11 days.
Agencies that review diet and cancer links don't do that for fun. They do it when the evidence stacks up. So when you see nitrite or celery powder used as a workaround to do the same job, treat it with the same raised eyebrow. Now, red flag number 2, sodium phosphates. Think of them as water magnets. They pump up weight, lock in wetness, and spike sodium so the bite feels juicy. That roasted deli turkey you fold into a wrap? Often it's more gel and moisture than muscle. Labels like enhanced, water added, or flavored tip the hand. The slicer leaves a slick trail. Your mouth gets salty. Your thirst goes up. You crave chips with it. That is not an accident. Phosphate additives add to your total sodium load and, when eaten often, track with higher heart strain. The payoff for the maker is higher cell weight. The payoff for you is a dry wallet and a fast thirst. Red flag number 3, Carrageenan and other binders, like modified starches. They give that springy chew to cheap ham and chopped and formed logs that slice into perfect circles. It is a texture trick, not quality. When you see a ham that bends like a yoga mat and snaps back, you're not buying a whole muscle. You're buying a molded mix held tight with gums, starch, and salt. So let's name the 5 bargain meats that cost you on the back end. First, hot dogs made with nitrites and mechanically separated meats. If the paste has to be pressed through a screen to become meat, that's your clue. Second, deli turkey or ham labeled water added, flavored, or chopped and formed. Those words mean fillers, moisture, binders. Third, factory bacon that brags added water, liquid smoke, and color fixers. Real smoke takes time, a spray bottle takes minutes. Fourth, breakfast sausages that list natural flavors, phosphates, and a salt parade before you hit actual spice. If sage shows up after sugar, you're eating a candy stick with pork notes. Fifth, pre-cooked, smoked sausages that list sugar, dextrose, and binders before spice. They brown fast, they bounce, and they drink up syrupy glaze like a sponge. The real kicker is how fast your costs creep. You pay for water at the store. You get hungrier sooner because the protein share is smaller. You drink more to chase the salt. Then you add more salty sides to balance the fake juicy. It is a loop. You might want to use one rule that works in any aisle. Flip the pack. If the first 3 ingredients aren't a single named meat, salt, and a real spice, put it back. No nitrites or nitrates added, no phosphates, no carrageenan. Clean labels read short and plain. Meat. Salt. Pepper. That filter blocks the worst traps and puts you inches from better swaps, like whole cuts you season yourself, dry rub bacon with no added water, or fresh sausage from a butcher who lists only meat and spice. Keep that filter handy the next time a natural badge tries to sell you a saline bag in a smoky costume. The cheapest meat is the one that is mostly meat. Short lists win: animal, salt, spice. That is your North Star. When you keep it that plain, you skip the lab work and pay for protein, not puddles. Next trip, flip the pack. Scan for the 3 red flags and trade one of the 5 traps for a clean single ingredient cut. If this gave you something to chew on, hit like, subscribe, and share it with someone who shops on a schedule. Give it 1 week. Less bloat. Clearer picks. Money left for better meat tomorrow. And a calmer cart that does not leak brine.